Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for joining me. I'm here for an open collab that's hosted by Maria and I, Maria from Maria's Miscellany and myself. And it's a collab open collab we started in the beginning of the year. And it's just once a month. And, so it's kind of like it's the perfect collab. It's because you have a whole month to figure out what you're going to do, right? And so we have a prompt for each month, and the list will be under this video, but the prompt for this month, February, is pockets. So this is the 28th of every month. So it's the same date every month. You can look for, put that on your calendar, put it in your planner. And the hashtag is scraps to treasure. So it's all about using your scraps. And actually, the prompt is, kind of, a theme, or what you can do, or you can kind of do whatever you want, just using your scraps. So we don't want to stress anybody out. But most of these are, fairly easy prompts. So everybody, we made them fairly easy so that everyone has the ability to probably make any of these things that we have for prompts. And this month is pockets. So I'm going to get started so we can make some pockets today. Pockets. Oh, there's so many. When I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I was like, oh my goodness, how do I narrow this down to one video? Because there's so many ways to make pockets for junk journals, right? So anyway, one way to narrow it down is I'm challenging myself just to use the scraps. And this is my scrap box. I actually found another little container I had in my closet that I kind of forgot about. And this is what this bunch right here is. I pulled all the scraps out of there and put them in here. So now I think all my scraps are in this one box, which is still pretty good because I know I've seen a lot of other people show their scraps and they just have bags and bags and boxes and boxes. So I'm going to start off. I had thrown some of these pages from my gnome book in my scrap box because I pulled them out for a project and I didn't want to, put them back in the book. So I just left them here and I pulled out 3. I have all of these right here that were in my scrap box, but I pulled out these 3 because I saw little focal points that I could use for pockets. So I was going to start off, to see how many scraps I can use and make into pockets today. And I'm going to start off with this little map right here. So like I said, these are from my gnome book. I used these in a project a few weeks ago, and there are some really cute images in here. And so these are not going to really have anything to do with gnomes. I'm just cutting pieces off that I thought would be fun pockets. And my pockets usually, since I'm not making these for a specific journal, I don't want them to be too big. I don't want to make some gigantic pockets that won't fit in any of my journals. So I kind of have that in the back of my mind. And so here's the beginning of one. I'm going to cut this one down. Let's cut these pages down first to the pocket size and see what I have to work with, and then we'll go from there. But I made some, and I might have to pause and grab maybe something, but I have an idea here. And I could just make the pockets, and then if I want to decorate them, do that later. But I kind of would like to decorate them now too if I have time. So here's 2 pieces of map. I'm turning them upright, and then from this page I wanted to get the butterfly, so I'm going to cut that off. Let's see, I like this. I love this green splatter here too, but I don't know, I might be able to make 3 pockets out of it. Let's see what we can do here. I'll cut right above these gnomes right here. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So the butterfly I wanted as a pocket. I'm going to cut that right below the word gnomes there. Have that ready. And then, so yeah, we'll cut this out. Let's see, maybe about right there. I think I have too much white over here. I'm going to cut it about right there. Let's see, so there's not really much there except for white, and then cut this off a little bit here. So there's another one. Oh, I need to make this even. This could be the never ending cutting when you try to go back and forth and make something even. Oh, I think that's good. Okay, now let me see. I wasn't really planning on using these gnomes, but I used a piece of this book page, not this one, but another book page with this, like, it looks like, to me it looks like green splatter. So I used a piece of that earlier and I was really loving it. So let's see what I can do with that. Maybe something like this. So this is just a way to, I mean, this was a good sized page, but I narrowed it down to a focal point here. And then this one, let's see what we can do with this. Cut this bottom part out, and I'm going to keep the rest because there's that green splatter that I like. And then there's the, looks like grandma gnome with two little gnomes there. So that's that one. And this one had the bird on it. I want the bird off of this one. Got to be careful with these gnomes. They're a little, sometimes you don't know. There's a couple pages in there. I was like, oh, I got to make sure I don't show that on video because they're a little risque. This gnome book, I mentioned it before. It's a little bit of crazy gnomes in here. Let's see, this is getting in my way here. So yeah, so I hope everyone's having a good day, and that you're gonna enjoy this collab. You can post anytime today, or whenever you want to participate. You can, you don't have to participate every month, just whenever you have time. And just, let's see, what does this say here? And just, if you look at the prompts and say, oh, I would like to do this month, then go right ahead, post on Instagram or YouTube, and, play along at home, craft with us, and just have a good time. So be sure to link our channels, and we'll link yours if you tell us about it, and let us know that you're participating. Just trying to put all my scraps or possible trash over there. Okay, so I've got all of these. So my plan now, let's see. So this, yeah, the plan now is to make a little, so there's different ways to make pockets. Like you can make a two-sided pocket where you glue the back down, and you have an actual separate pocket you could clip onto a page. These are going to be pockets that are one single layer, and you just glue this down maybe to a page and put glue here, here, and here. That's probably like the easiest way to make a pocket, I would say. Cut out something you like. If you have a circle punch, you can make a little notch here. And there you have a pocket, and then you can decorate it further with other images, lace, rickrack, different things like that. This I'm making a very small notch because I don't want to cut the bird off here. Kind of hard to see the middle though. Let's see, I think I got it about right there. See, it's just a little notch on that one. And then here's my other map. So about right, I'm trying to get it in the middle. Here's my little gnome grandma. And we're doing the same with all of these, the little notch thing in the middle. And so, let's see, I don't want to cut too much of his hat off. A little bit would be all right though. There we go. Cute, right? And a butterfly. So sometimes it's kind of, I noticed I was making a pocket earlier, and you can leave it cornered off, or you can round the corner. Sometimes that looks nice if you want that look. To have like if you think that's more finished, sometimes it is, and sometimes it doesn't matter either way. So that's what it looks like with rounded corners there. And then you can do things. So here's how these look right now. I think this one, let's see, let's put that one there. I think these two I'm going to leave like this and say these are done. So I'm going to put these into my stash, and when I need a cute little pocket, I'll grab these and use them. So let's put those to the side. I'm going to grab some rickrack and show you what these look like with rickrack. Maybe these two, I might grab a little trim for the bottom of this one. And this one, I'll grab something, maybe to go across here. I think that would be pretty with some trim. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I found a few things, and we'll go ahead and put these on here, and then we can see what these will look like a little bit decorated. So I have some, I pulled out a piece of rickrack for this one, and you could sew these on, but for the sake of the video today, I'm just going to glue, and I can always put a stitch through later if I want to, but I don't want to glue in the wrong place, so I'm going to put it on the rickrack, you know what I mean? If I put it on the piece on here, just a straight line across, when you're doing rickrack, it'll show in between your little curves. So I'm just going to do it like this, or it takes a little bit longer, but then I won't have glue where I don't want it. And so, yeah, I'm going to have to cut the ends of this off. I know it's too long. Let me actually grab something here so I don't get glue everywhere. My little glue pad here. So I'm about to get glue all over my table here if I don't do something. Okay, so this is going on here. I'm going to put it on the... No, I don't know. I think I'm going to put it up here. I think I'm going to go for it. Yeah, I was going to put it at the bottom, and now I like it at the top. Just right across the top like that. And I'll cut the ends off. Okay. So this would be cute to put right into a journal too, just like this. You could sew it in onto a page or just glue it. But I think that's super cute, and that just little piece of rickrack across there adds an extra special touch to it. So let me make a little pile of our pockets right there. Okay, so now let's do the other one, the other map. And what did I pull out for that one? Some green rickrack. Let's see if we can measure this one. That was just a scrap that I used on that one. Little piece of scrap. So we'll cut this one. Maybe we'll put this one at the bottom. See how cute it looks at the top? I'm going to put this one at the top too. I don't know what it is. Maybe if you put it at the top, then if you want to add something later, it might be easier to add something down here than if you put this down here and then, you know, try to either or, whatever, you know, do what you like to do, what you want to do. You know what I mean? Do whatever strikes your fancy at the moment. That's how it is, right? That's what we do. Whatever strikes our fancy at the moment. So yeah, I was just looking through my rickrack and my laces. And goodness gracious. I have a lot of laces. I didn't know if I need to take stock of my rickrack. I might be running low. Oh, what I say at the top. Look how much better. I don't know why. This right now, I just like it at the top. This kind of adds that little something you need right there. Something I need anyway. Okay, isn't that cute? And this is just out of a scrapbook page that I had in my, of course, the rickrack. Well, that one rickrack was a scrap too. I mean, you can use your fabric. You can make pockets out of fabric too, of course. You can make them out of anything you want. Now, this butterfly has a little bit of blue in his wings. That's why I picked out some blue here. And a little bit of glue on there. Okay, now let's cut this to fit so we don't waste any of my rickrack, since I could be running low. I don't know. I have to dig through my stash and see if I can find any more. Yeah, I usually get it at this one thrift store, and I noticed the last couple of times I went, I was going there. I've been going there for a while, and they always had rickrack. And the last couple of times I went, it's like somebody cleared them out. They didn't have any rickrack. I was like, oh, goodness gracious. I'm going to have to keep my eyes open now. and check every time I go there to see if they have any, because that was my best source. Okay, so that's the butterfly so far. And this, I thought I'd put a piece of lace on, maybe. If we can get it on here in a good way. I don't know. I have to cover up her feet, but I think that's okay. I think that's okay. I don't think I want to cut a straight line here, though. Let's cut a straight line. Yes, I got this lace out of my scrap laces, so kind of using all kind of laces here. I mean, all kind of scraps is what I mean. Using all kind of scraps, scrap lace, scrap rickrack. I looked at my fabric scraps too for something, and I didn't see anything. So I think I want to use Fabri-Tac on here, but I'm going to use it very carefully so that I don't get it all over this, and so it doesn't show. Hopefully it doesn't show through. I'm at the end of this bottle. So let me just get a little bit here at the top, maybe. Very thin line, and then where these flowers are a little thicker, I'm going to put it there, and not in the middle where it's, you know, see-through. The only trouble with using lace is that you can see through it, so you gotta be careful about your glue. All right, let's see now. All right, sticking good. Yeah, I think that's cute. And I pulled out for these two. Okay, let me get this out of the way. I pulled out some flowers. So these are little flowers I punch out with. I have a couple. One of the first punches I invested in when I started to do paper crafting and making junk journals is I wanted to make layered flowers. So I have 3 different sizes of flower punches, and that's a good way that I use, where I use up a lot of my scraps, is I just, you know, I always talk about it, where I just use my punches and punch out shapes. So like here's some flower shapes. Like here's one. This is I'm going to call this one the medium, even though it's small. I'm going to call this one the medium because I have a bigger one. And if I'm layering them, I use the bigger one. Then I use this one. And I'm going to layer them today, just like the bigger one wouldn't fit on here. So I'll just use this medium one and then try to pull out one that will stand out maybe on this color. So let's see. I'll show you just a second. Let me get this. See, though, this can go here maybe. If I like it, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I want a flower, or maybe down here. Oh, I like that. I like the flower down that one. I like that one there. So like here, this is all I have of this punch. I need to punch out some more of these. But on this one, this little drawer here, look how full that is. That's a lot of little flowers, right? Yeah, that's what I do with my little flowers. Okay, so this one, let me see. We've got orange and blue and yellow. So let me see. Here's a yellow. Oh, here's a blue. That's pretty. That's pretty. So I could put it, here's that green splatter that I liked. So I could put that there, and then let's see if I can see an orangey one or something that would stand out on the blue. Here's kind of a rust colored one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's glue those down. Pick up my little flowers here. Okay, so we can use, I'm going to use a little Fabri-Tac on here since I'm going to kind of like glue it over. I think I'm going to glue it over let me check this. This guy has a little yellow in him too. I might like the yellow in there. I think I like the yellow over the yellow and then the blue on this one. Instead of the blue and the, what was this one? This was kind of a, it's so hard to decide now. Decisions. Okay, so Fabri-Tac, because I'm gluing over, I'm going to kind of layer this over the rickrack there. Let's see, so let me see if I can get some out of here. And then I'm going to show you how to make another, or just I'm not going to show you how. I mean, I'm sure you all know how. I'm just going to show you the other pocket I thought I would make today while we're making pockets, and maybe use up some quick scraps, just some small pockets that we can make even if they're just bases for right now and I decorate them later type of thing. At least I can use up some of my scraps. So I'm going to let that dry. I think that's cute, just like that. And then this one, we were going to use the yellow side here. Make a little layered flower. I could put a button in the middle of that, or, you know, leave it like that, or use buttons instead of flowers. You could use buttons or whatever you want to put on here. Okay, a little bit more fabric. I could use actually our glitter glue on here, but since I have that open, I'm just going with it. Okay, so a little layered flower there over the lace. And that one's super cute too, isn't it? Well, now wouldn't that be cute in a journal? Okay, so we finished 2 more. I'm going to call them done. So that's 5 we made today so far. Well, let me close up my little drawers, get those out of the way, and quickly gather up. Now here's these scraps right here. I just pulled out of that second scrap bin that I told you about, like, or little organizer. All of these, and I was wondering about just doing something like, well, we're making pockets, so if you have strips like this, you could, let me see, I'm trying to, this is a little jagged right here, but this is not, let me fold this in half. So you could make a little pocket like this. Actually, this would be good for a signature. These right here. I often use strips like this for pockets, say either as a fold up or as a pocket. So let me get this even. I'll just show you what I'm talking about real quick. If you have strips like this, you could save them for when you're making signatures. So you have a page that you fold in half, you know what I mean? And then you can put pockets on the bottom. So I think maybe with these, since I just discovered that I had these, they will be perfect for the bottom of a page. And all I would do, and I can decorate these later, and this is not even, hold on, gotta have it even here. Gotta have it even real quick. Okay, and then, so this is ready to go. Now I might have to cut off the ends depending on the size of my page, but this is pretty small. This is only about like 4 inches. And then all I would do is cut a little triangle right here and glue this on the bottom of my page for a signature, you know, when I'm doing signatures. So you have a pocket right there. Boom, boom. And then you can decorate this, but this is a pretty piece of scrapbook paper. And it's double-sided, so I glue it down either way that matches. So that's something I can do with all of these strips right here. This is what I just pulled out of that second little scrap organizer that I just found. So there's another pocket made from a scrap. And then I was thinking about just doing something like, let me see, let me find a piece here really quick so I can show you that one. This piece right here, really pretty piece of scrapbook paper. It is one-sided. So all I would do here to make this into a quick pocket, I was thinking I would just make a little pocket like this. Let me see. I don't want, see, I'm always trying not to waste paper, so maybe cut this in 3s. You can make 3 pockets out of this. And maybe a long narrow pocket, and just another one where it's not double-sided. Just I guess I'm just making single-sided pockets today. This is a little long and narrow. Let's do this one first and see how it comes out. So I'm going to use a little notch at the top of this one real quick here. Get that in the middle. So you've already got it looking like a pocket. So that could be a pocket right there. You can glue it down here, here, and here. And I think it's really pretty. These are a little narrow for me, so I think I would, actually what I would do with these is cut them in half and make some little, just tiny pockets like this. You could even, what you could do, if you didn't want to do that, you could just fold these up. See, then you're wasting, if you glue this down, you're wasting that pretty back part. I guess that's why I don't want to do, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste that pretty back piece where I would glue that down. So I would just cut these in half like this See, now I've got 4 pockets. I can glue down, boom, 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 boom. Have a little notch on the top. Let's see, I brought over my other little circle punch here too for smaller. Let's see, so it can go this way or this way. Let's do it this way. And cut little notches here. So you can see, like, if you do some pockets like this, get them ready for whatever you are making, ephemera. If you want to make some matching little tags to go in here and things like that, you can have this ready, little matching pockets and tags, or just make yourself a bunch of pockets just to use up some of your stash, some of your scraps, and have them ready. But that's a simple way to, you know, just use up a bunch of scraps really quickly. And don't you have a little pretty pocket there that you will find if you make it? You will, I mean, I think if you make it, you'll use it. You know what I mean? If you have it ready, when you're making a journal, don't forget to go look and see what you have made, and you'll be like, oh yeah, this is perfect. You know, it'll come together. That's what happens for me. It, you know, maybe not the next journal you're making, but maybe the one after that, or whatever paper crafting you're doing, making tags and whatever you're making, you know, in the next few projects, you'll probably find that these will come in handy, and you'll be using these, and that way you'll be using up your scraps, right? So yeah, my time is just about up, so let's review. Let me get rid of these scraps here, because those are going in the trash. So yeah, I do throw things away. I do not want to keep things that I don't want to use, and I don't want to use those. So yep, if I don't want to use them, they go in the trash. Okay, so we made this little set here, and this could even be a pocket on a pocket, couldn't it? We could even do that. We could put this on here, sew it, glue it, have a pocket on a pocket. These could be layered. You could stack these up like that on a page. Pocket, pocket, pocket. Wouldn't that be cute? And then we made those, what, 5 there. And the little map from a book page. This is scrapbook paper. This is the book page. And these are all book pages here. We got the map. We got 2 maps with rickrack. We've got the little butterfly with the rickrack and the layered butterfly. The bird with the lace and a layered flower. I mean, not butterfly. Did I say layered butterfly? That goes back in the scraps. And the 2 little ones that we didn't do anything to because they're so cute. Just like this, the little gnome people. So, yeah, I like this one with the rounded corners. Let's round these corners real quick. Now that I rounded the corners, I'm going to have to do it to this one too. Let's see. So I hope you enjoyed those simple ideas. I kind of like ideas that I'm able to use up a bunch of scraps at one time. You know, this is something you can do when you're watching TV. Just cut out if you don't want to deal with gluing the rickrack, do that later. But when you're watching TV, just get some scraps and cut your pockets. And, you know, I mean, I have a little TV table in there in the living room where I just get my whatever I need. So I would take in this, my cutter, my little hole punch, and maybe a pair of scissors or my corner rounder, and just, you know, cut away while I'm watching TV, because I usually can't just, unless I'm really super tired, I don't just sit there and watch TV, you know what I mean? I just don't like to do that. I feel like I'm wasting my time. So anyway, thanks guys. I hope you like those ideas, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, and don't forget to check out everyone and participate if you want to. Anytime today. You got until midnight, right? So go for it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Happy crafting.